Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is James in Nashville, and this will be a discussion on the World Beyond finale, episode 10 of season 2. So spoiler alert if you're not caught up. In this video, I'll be breaking down the post-credit scene of this finale episode, which was totally surprising as far as it was set in France. It was about the French that we heard about way back in season 1 at the CDC with Dr. Jenner. We got a playback of an old video of Dr. Jenner from the CDC that they were sending back and forth to each other. We saw all that happening, of course, back in season 1. So great callback. They pulled something way out from season 1, something that Frank Darabont came up with. That's something that surprised me, that they are using something in the show from an idea that Frank Darabont actually pushed. And Robert Kirkman, the creator of The Walking Dead, has even said he wished that he hadn't done it at one point. In one interview said, I kind of wish I hadn't done that. So with all of that, we hear part of what Dr. Jenner says, but then the guy comes in and the two people start talking in French, and you can read what they say below in subtitles, but it's hard to make out the rest of what Dr. Jenner is saying. So it may take a minute for me to read through the frames, but I will show you and read through his entire video and tell you what he said, and we can discuss a few key points that he said along the way. Dr. Jenner: the problem as I see it is that the samples we have simply aren't fresh. There's just too many variables involved on how the clock affects them, and even after a few minutes, we can't get an accurate picture of the biology involved, at least from the start. We obviously have seen the end again and again. Still, we will have fresh samples soon. That's a certainty. Well, in brighter news, I reviewed the latest data on your side and the use of cardiac plaques as a host medium for steroidal therapies to jumpstart the circulatory system in the hopes of short-circuiting the brain or perhaps regaining function to cause nerve fusion is a fascinating approach, and we are all anxiously awaiting anything that comes back from your first trial. We all have to work together here. Solidarity, right? Fact of the matter is, we only have so many supplies left. We're not getting any more, so everything counts that much more. Every collection, every test. I almost broke a Petri dish yesterday and almost put my fist through the wall. Glad the other Dr. Jenner stopped me. The infirmary is closed, sealed actually. We've been venturing out for the basics. The other Dr. Jenner has gotten pretty damn good at it. But getting back to the data, the idea of activating systems to work against reanimation is a promising idea. But as we've discussed, the systems themselves have to be studied to see exactly how they're working or not working. For example, can we build up acids in bodies that don't have blood flow? Of course, that gets right back to that idea of jump-starting circulatory systems. We need to do two things simultaneously: observe this and attack this. I want to know more about these variant cohorts you referred to in our last communication. We haven't seen anything like that here at all. Nothing close. I hope this finds you as well as you can be. I hope you don't lose faith. The day will come when we are going to beat this thing. At least that's what the other Dr. Jenner keeps telling me. And as you know, she's smarter than me. So that last little bit, she's smarter than me, that was a callback. There were a couple of little callbacks back to the actual scenes from season 1, the original Walking Dead and stuff. So I thought that was really cool. But there's a few key moments in what he said there that I want to pull out. Okay, the first thing I want to break down as far as pull out of what they were saying, what Dr. Jenner was saying, we're all anxiously waiting the data that comes back from your first trial. First trial of what? Well, what he had just said. Stuff about short-circuiting the brain and nerve confusion, something causing nerve confusion in the walkers and stuff like that. So did the French cause the variants? Or, like we know about viruses today better than ever before, and variants, was it a natural thing over there that didn't happen over here? Jenner said we haven't seen anything like that. So were the variants caused by the stuff the French were doing to try to stop it? The stuff she was just saying? Because the gunman said they made it worse. Not only did they maybe start it, which is kind of what I was hearing, but they made it worse. I'm going to do another video breaking down just what they were saying in French. I was going to put it in the same video, but it seems like both videos may be kind of lengthy. But it seems to me in those little words that they were saying right there that nerve confusion thing could be actually what made it worse. So, of course, the other Dr. Jenner that Dr. Jenner is talking about is his wife, and she's the one that's smarter than him that he was talking about at the end. And he also said that they are going out for basic supplies. Like they didn't have enough maybe inside there, so they were going out for some things. And the other Dr. Jenner was getting good at it, going out for little short excursions. Is that how she got bit? Most likely. I thought maybe, and it was a little unclear back in season 1, but I thought maybe she got bit while handling one in the lab or something like that. But I think this was kind of answering that question. How did the other Dr. Jenner, his wife, get bitten? She was that test subject, back in season 1. Maybe it was on one of these excursions. So then right at the end, he talks about that data that he had received from her about the variant cohorts, and that we haven't seen anything like that here at all. And like I was saying, was that caused by their own tinkering around? Did they cause it? Did they make it worse? Or was it just a natural thing? That's something we're unclear on. So that breaks down what Jenner said in the post-credit scene. Stay tuned for the next video coming, which will break down what they said in French and what that means, and may tie into what Dr. Jenner was saying. Hey, let me know what you think about this one down in the comments below, and I'll join you there. This is James in Nashville. As always, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more dead stuff.